Hi kiddos, this is Miss Stark. Today we have a video on solving ratios. So if you remember our IMB, you'll remember there are two ways to solve the ratios. This worksheet more focuses on cross multiplying and dividing. However, you're more than welcome to use the solve and check type method where you multiply one number to the other, see how many times you have to multiply to get to that number, and then do the same for the other way. So for in the example here, we have the ratio of apples to oranges is 4 to 5. There are 20 oranges in the basket. How many apples are there? So if you look at our first step is setting up the proportion. So we have the ratio 4 to 5, so we do 4 to 5. And since 20 is oranges is our second number, so 20 goes at the bottom. And we put a variable, n, x, l, y, any of those, not l. L's a bad one, that looks like 1. So x, y, n, m, something like that. This time we're just going to focus on the letter n. So we end up cross multiplying. Cross multiplying is what it sounds. You multiply across top one to bottom one. So 4 times 20, 5 times n. Whenever you do a number times a variable, it just ends up being that variable and number put next to each other. So we would write it, they have a multiplication sign here, but you'll see it a lot of times as 5n. That is multiplying. So next up we have 4 times 20, which is 80. We do the inverse or opposite operation of multiplication, which is division. Remember that with any fraction, a fraction is basically a division problem. So this is just saying 80 divided by 5. We solve that. 80 divided by 5 is 16. Now, if you were to do that whole, the other method, which I call it the guess and check, you would go, oh, 5 times what gets me 20? Well, 5 times 4 gets me 20. Okay, so that means I have to do 4 times 4. What's 4 times 4? 4 times 4 is 16. So either way, you get the same answer. I personally like this one because it's a little faster if you don't know your multiplications and divisions really well, because it does it for you. So we're going to start off with the first row. I'm going to zoom in really close, so I'm just focusing on one problem. Okay, there we go. So our first problem here is 1/3 equals 20 n 24ths. Now again, I'm just going to be dealing with mostly the cross multiply and divide. And I'm also going to do some that are the guess and check. So I'm going to try to do half and half and see how that goes. So this first one I'm going to do cross multiply and divide. So what I do here, what I like to do at least, let me make this smaller. So I like to circle my cross multiplies. So I have 3n here, and I have 1 times 24, which is 24. I'd still drag that equal sign. So all I did here was just cross multiply 3 times n, 3n. 1 times 24, 24. That's it. Okay, my next step, your goal whenever you have a variable is to get it alone. It is a very lonely person. It likes to be alone. It's very introvert. It doesn't like to be around other people. So we need to get rid of that 3. The 3 is being multiplied by the n. So the inverse of multiplication is division. I like to write it like this with the fraction bar. If you need to, you can do this way instead. Either way works. Either way, you're going to figure out what 24 divided by 3 is, and that is 8. So right here, you're going to put 8. Now, quick note here. This equation right here, this problem, is already 2 points. 1 point for the right answer and 1 point for the work. The work can look like this or like any of the other examples that I give you. Okay, let's look at the next one. We have 4/9 equals n/36. So for this one, I'm going to do the whole guess and check thing. This is really good if you know your multiplications. Nines are pretty easy for me, so 9 times what gets me 36? That's what I have to figure out. So 9 times, well, I know it's 4. 9 times 4 equals 36. And since I multiplied this by 4, I multiply this by 4. 4 times 4 equals 16. And there we go. This is also 2 points. 1 point for the work, which is everything here, down here, and then 1 point for the answer. Okay, gonna do the same thing here that I did in the last one. So 45 divided, because I'm going to a smaller number, so I know I need to divide. I'm gonna end up dividing both sides by the same number. Well, I know it's a 5 at the end, so I know it's 5. Like I said, this method is best for those who really know their multiplications. So if you know your multiplications really well, this might be a faster way for you. Okay, I did the bottom divide by 5. Now I do the top. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Okay. I'm going to scooch down here. Okay, this one, I'm going to do the cross multiplying. So you just multiply here, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So this is 40n equals, I have to use a calculator for this one. Let me pull one up really quickly. Okay, here it is. 25 times 16. 400. Okay. I want n by itself, so I have to divide both sides by 40. Okay, so that leaves me n here. A quick tip that might help you guys. If you see that both the numbers n and 0, you can cross out those zeros. That's just a quick tip. I know what 40 divided by 4 is. That's 10. Which is a lot easier than 400 divided by 40. So my answer is 10. There we go. Okay, this one I'm going to do that guess and check method. So that. I'm going from a big number to a small number, so I'm going to divide. Let's see. Another way we could do this is, okay, 70 divided by 7 is what? Well, 70 divided by 7 equals 10. So 10 goes here, 10 goes up here, 10 times 10. Nope, 10 divided by 10, we're dividing, is 1. There we go. Last one I'm going to do here. We're going from a small number to a big number. So I know we're going to multiply. So we can do the whole guess and check. 5 times what is 15. We can also find out how many times 5 can go into 15, which is 3. but we could have also done 5 times blank equals 15. That's 3 as well. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. And that's all there is to it. Any way works. I personally like the cross multiplying because then I don't have to guess and check. And it does all the steps for me, and it helps a lot when I get harder numbers. But you're more than welcome to use whatever way you want. Remember, each problem is worth 2 points, 1 point for the answer and 1 point for the work. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope this video has helped, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye!